This uncle is picking up leftover food from other people's homes. What kind of society is this? There are still people going hungry. Amid China's sluggish economy and persistently high unemployment, a so-called vegetable picking frenzy has emerged across the country. Many young people, in an effort to save money, are flocking to farmers' markets to scavenge discarded vegetables for sustenance. Images circulating online show participants from various regions, including Guangdong, Hangzhou, Chengdu in Sichuan, and Guizhou. Among them are university graduates, unemployed youth, and stay-at-home mothers. What can a post-90 seconds kid find after getting off work? Here's a box of enoki mushrooms, looks pretty good. I found seafood mushrooms here last time, and this time I found another box. Great. And here's another new variety. Does anyone recognize it? A netizen told me about seafood mushrooms. I didn't even know that name before. Look, I found so many bay-binding melons again. This is the first time I've seen ones this good. Most bay-binding melons are bad, but some are still good. The good ones just don't look nice, so people don't want them. The vegetable hunting trend has now reached Sanya. Near the Sanya wholesale market, I'll come check it out tonight. What can you find? First, the leafy greens section catches your eye, but you rarely find anything good there, so let's go further in. Look, here it is. A small piece of lotus root? Take it. Found a small bunch of garlic sprouts. Looks good. Take it. Found some red chilies. Pick 2 and take them. For those coming to pick vegetables, please wear gloves and masks. The smell of these rotten, fermenting vegetables is really awful. There should still be some good ones here. I can pick them out, but I really can't stand the smell anymore. No thanks. As China's economy continues to weaken and job opportunities rapidly decline, more and more young people are being forced to lie flat. They are gradually losing hope for their future, and many choose not to marry or have children. I really think you shouldn't get married if you don't have money. Even if you do, your wife will run away. What's the point of getting married without money? Even if you get married and have children, your wife will still divorce you. How much money do you have left to get married? I only have about 20,000 yuan left. After working for so many years, is that all the money you have left? Let me do the math. I've only worked for 4 years since graduating. In those 4 years, I earned some money and bought a car for 87,000 yuan in cash, the one I'm driving now. I originally had 50,000 yuan in savings left last year, but I spent 8,000 yuan on an iPhone for you. Later, we went to Sanya for wedding photos, which cost another 7,000 yuan. We also traveled a lot. The money just kept slipping away, and now we only have a little over 20,000 yuan in savings. It's already good that I'm not in debt. We're still tens of thousands of yuan short for the wedding, so I plan to take out a loan, get married first, and then settle down and live a stable life. Have you ever felt the humiliation of losing a relationship because you couldn't afford the bride price? I have. About 2 years ago, due to failed investments and losing several lawsuits, I went through an extremely difficult period. My girlfriend was there for me during my most successful time, and she didn't leave me then. At my peak, aside from buying gifts, I gave her about 50,000 yuan a month for spending money. Later it became 30,000, then 20,000. Eventually, I could only afford a 10,000 yuan credit card. Later still, because of the lawsuits, my bank accounts were frozen, and I even had to use her card to go out. The blogger Xiao Zhang said that he and his girlfriend had seriously discussed marriage. When the bride price came up, the other side asked for 500,000 yuan. He didn't think the amount was outrageous when he was financially comfortable. He could have easily afforded it. His girlfriend was outstanding and beautiful, with many suitors, so such a bride price didn't seem excessive. However, he suddenly fell into financial trouble and was completely strapped for cash. His family fully supported him, saying they were willing to sell everything they owned for his happiness. Everything seemed to be going smoothly until the last moment, when his girlfriend made another request. She wanted to buy a minivan to ensure a comfortable travel experience for herself and their future child. Given her situation, the request was understandable, but Zhang genuinely couldn't afford a decent minivan at the time. The two remained deadlocked, neither willing to compromise, and eventually the relationship ended. To this day, I don't blame her, and I have no right to blame her, Xiaozhang said. She deserves a better life. Since we missed our chance, let it be. I'm not planning to get married. Poor people don't deserve to marry or have children. I'm a 37-year-old single man in Beijing. To be honest, I'm deeply disillusioned with this world. It's truly absurd. After living 37 years, I finally realized that poor people don't deserve marriage or children. When cattle and horses marry, they only produce more cattle and horses. And what happens to them? They come into this world only to suffer. The blogger works in Beijing. Using Beijing as an example, his fixed monthly expenses, 2,000 yuan for rent, 600 for transportation, 150 for utilities, 2,500 for food, and 1,000 for other expenses. Total 6,250 yuan per month. He said that in Beijing, over 80% of people earn less than 10,000 yuan a month, barely enough to cover basic living costs. Minor illnesses can be managed, but serious illnesses are a disaster for ordinary families. In the current economic environment, mortgage defaults are becoming increasingly common. Under these circumstances, those who don't buy a house, a car, or get married have instead become the lucky group. Many young people must rely on their parents' financial support before and after marriage, placing a heavy burden on their families. For people at the bottom of society, marriage often means even greater economic pressure, so more are choosing not to marry. How difficult is it for a man to get married without his parents' help? Let's take a small, third-tier city in Jiangxi as an example. To get married, there are at least 4 requirements. First, you need to buy a home in the city center. A house costs around 1 million yuan. Even at that price, the down payment alone is at least 200,000 yuan. Second, you need a car, at minimum one worth over 100,000 yuan. Third, you need to buy 5 pieces of gold jewelry for the woman, usually costing 30,000 to 40,000 yuan. Fourth is the bride price. In Jiangxi, it is commonly 168,000, 268,000, or even 388,000 yuan. Altogether, getting married costs at least 600,000 yuan. Without parental support, how many years would it take for a male college graduate to save that amount? Why do people say marriage can make men poor very quickly? It sounds exaggerated, but countless real-life examples prove it. Marriage today is no longer a partnership where 2 people struggle together. Instead, it has become a high-threshold, high-risk, and extremely expensive war of attrition. You may think marriage is about building a small family and creating a warm harbor together. But in most cases today, it's nothing like that. For men, marriage has become a high-risk investment. Once you step in, not only are your savings wiped out, but your future income for decades is also tied up, leaving you with no control over your life. As the Chinese economy weakens, more people are focusing on cost-effectiveness. For many housewives, buying leftover food blind boxes has become a practical way to save money. Leftover food blind boxes are a new consumption trend in China. Merchants package unsold food that is still within its shelf life into blind boxes and sell them at low prices. Consumers don't know what's inside until they open them. These leftover food blind boxes are truly lifesavers for poor college students and working people. Are they really worth buying? Today I'm going to try one at this store. The pickup time is 1:45 p.m. and it's 1:40 now. These blind boxes are usually only available after meal times. It's 8 yuan for 4 dishes plus a cola, 2 meat dishes and 2 vegetable dishes. Another blogger said, I saw leftover food blind boxes online and searched for them. Luckily, there was a nearby store. Pickup was between 8:30 and 9:30 p.m. There were 2 price options, 9.9 yuan and 23 yuan. I chose the 9.9 yuan one to try. The blind box concept is fun. I was really looking forward to it. Let's see what's inside. 2 egg tarts. I think they usually sell for 5 yuan each, so I've already broken even. A sandwich. It normally sells for 16.8 yuan. After tasting the food, the blogger couldn't help praising it, saying, it's really delicious. He felt it was absolutely worth the money.